But no sooner had African nations escaped the shackles of colonialism than a new battle for the continent was underway: the Cold War. Back when the colonial idea had Europe's politicians spellbound, the communists had opposed it. And throughout their years of struggle, African nationalists had found a powerful friend in the Soviet Union.
These two great powers, America and Russia, begin to carve up the world between them. Independence coincided with the Cold War, where it mattered whose side the president was in terms of this global struggle between Russia and America. And they both tried to organize coups to get their people in, and this was very destabilizing.
The Congo's Patrice Lumumba was a hardline nationalist, labeled a communist by America. His game of Russian roulette appeared to have paid off when in 1960 he oversaw the handover of sovereignty from Belgium.
He was to become victim of the opposition between the West and the East, between the bloc, Soviet bloc and Americans.
Because militia leaders with control of the mineral-rich Katanga province refused to be swallowed up in a wider republic led by a Soviet-backed Lumumba. Fearing their own material losses, the US and Belgium supported the rebels. And just 3 weeks after bringing the country into independence, Lumumba was captured by the Katanga militiamen, tortured and killed.
So he became a legendary figure, not for what he did, but for what he could represent.
Lumumba suffered more indignities, including being forced to eat a speech, which he restated his claim to be the Congo's rightful premier.
Congo's riches, combined with global geopolitics, had again proven a disastrous mix. And with freedom from overt colonial exploitation, the scramble for resources was driven underground. For a fleeting moment, the Lumumba affair raised the questions of what in Africa would replace the strong arm of colonial rule, and whether national unity was achievable with hostilities bubbling beneath the surface. But in the excitement of independence, this was quickly forgotten.
I suppose one of the ironies is that the European countries that were democratic didn't really introduce much democracy to Africa. So when independence comes and people can vote, many of these countries then politically exploded. All sorts of political problems that had been suppressed by colonial imperial rule then burst out, and many of them, like in Congo, practically tore the countries to pieces.
I think it was a